Hello beautifuls, my name is Quavia. I'm the creator of JuJu Thyme. I have another channeled message for you. That's what we're going to be doing today. As this is a collective reading, definitely be sure that you tap into your intuition, tap into your guides, so that way you can hear the message that they brought you here to listen for. Okay, so let's just jump right on in, taking a look at where you are. So those of you that are watching, you're in a state right now where you've worked really hard to get where you are, right? I'm feeling move through me this energy of, it's almost like alertness, like something is alert and it's like, I have to do something and I'm doing it now. You know, like there's like an urgency, that's the word. There's like an urgency in where you are right now. Or like at least there's a feeling of urgency. For some, where you're going, where you're headed, you're not quite sure. You're not quite sure why you're having these urgent feelings in your body, as though like something is coming, or that you should be doing something, or that you should be preparing for something. You know, there's a sense of urgency that is moving through you, and there is a sense that you're being guided to really look deeper into these emotions, to really tap into yourself, into your guides, for sure, so that way you can be directed. But off the bat, I would say to that, if we were just sitting down having a coffee together, that this could be in connection to like something that you're passionate about, or something that you know that you need to do, but maybe you've been putting it off, but there's just something that, I would even just advise in the sense of, what do you want to do right now? Like what is that first step? It's not about the whole staircase, but it's about like that first step right now. The energy that is surrounding you. Okay, we have the devil. This is very much playing off of, if you were called to listen to my last reading, that reading is kind of coming up, but it seems like now you've made some choice to pay attention to these energies that are around you, I would say, right? And there's something very enlightening, right? There's something that is very telling about something, either in your environment, either within you. We'll definitely get some clarification, but there's something that you are being called to sort of pay attention to if you want it. But this energy that is surrounding you, it is quite intense, because there's almost like this feeling of doom, but also I'm hearing escapism. So at this time, there's either this sense of you need to pay attention, or you can use your vices to sort of escape, right? So the first thing that came to me just now is, for example, you may be feeling called to be in silence. And what I mean by this, I mean like just put your phone on mute or vibrate, perhaps. Don't watch anything, don't listen to anything. There's like, it's like this like silent retreat. It's like you are purposefully making time to just not say or do anything, right? So that's that. Or instead of doing that, even though you're like, oh, I really want to do this thing, I don't know why, but instead I'm going to, I don't know, use one of my vices, like, well, I'll use me for example, like Netflix. Use one of my vices to just sort of escape from the world for a second, So there is definitely, this energy is definitely showing that you have a lot more control in your circumstances, but it's definitely you who are needing to make that choice, that your spirits are needing you to make this choice. This energy that is surrounding you could be a complete blessing in terms of that shift of breaking out of whatever reality that you're in, or it can bring you further into that reality that ultimately may not be serving you. But okay, so what's coming into your life right now? Interesting. Okay, what's coming into your life is definitely information. Information, quick and fast. Information that can be quite brutal, quite unemotional, but it is for your best and highest good. Also, I'm also getting a sense of what's coming in is like, as well as it's like this rush. Once again, it's like you know, this need for you to, like, there's something urgent, like you need to do it, you want to do it, for example. And so what's coming in as well is like this sense of just charging ahead, going forward. It's taking the predictable route for sure. It's taking the most logical route, it seems like. Right? Perhaps in the past you've made a lot of spontaneous decisions, and now this, you know, what's coming into your life now is more of a logical decision, an unemotional decision. Yeah, there's definitely like this urgent need for you to find like your place in the world, right? To find your place, like where you belong. This could be, I'm also getting a sense of some people are figuring out, like, or trying to determine what their next step should be. They're getting a feeling that there should be a next step right now, but some people might know what that next step is, some people may not, but there is a sense of being very proactive in seeking this information. So which makes a lot of sense that, you know, this spirit that's around you that, you know, has the same, you know, that has the spirit of like the devil, kind of like, you know, where it's like being very aware of your surroundings, being very aware of what's happening within your body, what's working for you, what's not working for you, but kind of leaving it up to you to sort of make that choice of the route that you go down. Right? But definitely for those of you that are watching this, of what's coming in, it's definitely showing that you have been made to some awareness of what's happening right now, even though you may not be able to put words to it, but you're being very proactive, and that's what's coming into your life. It's like this proactiveness of this seeking your place, of finding, okay, what is my next step? All right. Ultimately, I want to see what's the goal? What's the goal? The goal is to remove you from this sense of despair, right? Either this is a kind of despair that you have been feeling, or even like the sense of hopelessness, like you have no control over your fate. Okay, I'm seeing as well as like individuals who may have, okay, there's a lot of contemplation because, you know, the end of the year is coming. For some of us in the northern hemisphere, it's getting dark, it's getting darker, it's getting colder. And so there's a lot of reflection happening. And I'm seeing an individual that may have, you know, perform some kind of spell or some kind of intention, and it's questioning of, did this even, you know, happen? Did I manifest this? Because it doesn't seem like you have, right? At least that's what it feels like, you know. And it's sort of perhaps causing this kind of despair, as though you have no control. So the goal of this coming into your life is, you know, this proactive change, is because of, it's like realizing your sense of power in a way, and removing you at least from this sense of despair, as though you have no control, that you can't do nothing, that you're just at the whim of the winds. You know, your spirits are definitely moving through me that you are not at the whim of the winds, and that they are right along with you. Okay, so let's see, in your physical environment. Okay, this is really nice. Your physical environment is one where you have a lot of creativity around you. This could be within like yourself or the people around you, or like your hobbies or things that you've been drawn to. I even see, like, for a few of you, it's with, I don't know if you know it yet, but it's like you've met the right person. This is, it's moving through me a bit more on a professional level, but once again, tap into your intuition to see, like, okay, what has like kind of come into my life that's kind of sparked this energy in me. And this could even like be something that you saw, right? Something that you heard, something that you watched, and you sort of went down like a rabbit hole kind of thing. But it's definitely, it lit a fire either within you, or like this person that you've met sort of lit this fire. Yeah, there's a lot of creativity and movement forward in terms of what your environment right now is telling me. What are you meant to learn? Let's see. What's the lesson within this environment? Oh my goodness, a lot of fire. So we have wands and wands. Interesting. What's coming into your life is just it was just swords. And now your environment and the lessons that is associated with this environment. This would be, let's see, in the Rider-Waite deck, this would be the, oh my goodness, the Page of Wands. Couldn't think of it. Okay. But alrighty. So what's moving through me with this Page of Wands, there is something very exploratory, like there's something very exploratory when it comes to this lesson. There's something very innocent and childlike, just trying it. You've definitely have set up, between you and your spirits, you've definitely set up an environment that you are able to explore with a lot of passion and a lot of curiosity, of going forward with whatever this urgency that you're feeling is moving, you know, that is moving you towards. Up until now, you definitely have what you need. You have the fire that you need within you to go forward. So what's dying, what's transforming out of your life? This will be in the Rider-Waite deck. This will be the Knight of Cups, of what's transforming out of your life. Is the sense of being done waiting, of being done waiting to be offered something. I'm also seeing obstacles. Like these obstacles, I feel like in the past, they were very they seemed enormous. And now these obstacles, because of this, your environment currently, which is filled with fire right now, there is a sense that you are able to move forward, that you are able to go up this mountain. It doesn't seem as scary. I wonder if it's because of this sense of, you know, the energy that's coming in that is sort of cutting off these emotions. It's very unemotional, you know? You're going forward, you're moving forward with less fear than perhaps, you know, some time ago, you know? But these obstacles don't seem to bother you. I mean, yes, it's in your mind, but this urgency and your environment right now, it's in this energy that is currently surrounding you, it's just louder. which is quite beautiful. That is quite beautiful. Nice. Okay. You know, for many of us, we are our biggest obstacle. You know, we are the ones that sort of hold ourselves back the most. You know, I mean, of course, you know, there's programming and fear and, you know, perceived or actual limitations and, you know, XYZ. But our biggest obstacle is ourselves. You know, our biggest obstacles is our mental state and our emotional state. But there's something that you are coping with a lot better, or you're finding the tools, because like I said, the sense of urgency of needing to move forward and sort of take these chains off of you and realize that you're not just at the whim of the wind, you know, kind of energy is speaking very, very loud for you right now. Any more clarifications when it comes to what's transitioning out of your life? All right, yeah, finally we have some earth energy coming in now. Okay. Okay, so this is meant to be a, you know, very grounding, this kind of, this transformation, this death, you know, this shift that you may be feeling. It's not as jarring. I don't think this kind of transformation, this death doesn't feel very jarring. If anything, because of this earth energy coming in, it's very grounding. It's in the Rider Waite, this would be the King of Pentacles, as you know. So yeah, it's very, I'm getting calculated, very interesting. It's just being very ready and very grounded. I love this because this is, this transformation, this is going to bring a lot more stability, right? A lot more stability, more practicality. What's coming in and what's leaving, it's something is definitely balancing out, so that way you can be in a more grounded and stable and practical state of mind, especially it's particularly also emotionally. So if you've been you know, getting the winter blues, or feeling quite alone, unsupported even, I'm also seeing that this transformation that's happening, there's something very grounding. Yeah, there's something very grounding. It's lovely. So your spiritual environment is the Empress. Something has been birthed internally, and this could be this energy that you're sensing of something is ready to be born. You know, it's like you're, you know, yeah, it's like you're about to give birth to something, right? Whether it's this idea or this mission or this goal of, I don't know, saving money, or it could be, this is, you know, a collective message, as I mentioned. So tap into your intuition of what is it? Go into that inner space within yourself, that inner teacher, your guides, to determine what is it that is ready to be birthed. Because with the spirit that is surrounding you, with the energy that is coming in, the energy that is leaving your current environment, it's basically saying like, hey, your water broke, it's time. You know, which is a part of that urgency that you should be doing something. Well, this beautiful, congratulations. That's amazing. I love that for you. Let's get some inner work and outer work, so that way we can get some guidance as to what we can be doing to birth this idea, birth this new passion, or this new sense of being as well. Because with the Devil card as well being showing up as the energy, as the energy that's being represented, that is surrounding you right now, it's also a saying of like kind of tired of like just the falseness. I was gonna say falseness. Just the false things that are happening around you. Just being tired of it, being tired. I'm even getting like being tired of yourself in a way of like, being tired of standing in your own way, which is also like that swords energy kind of vibes of really maybe this is a time for you to start putting yourself first, you know? Yeah, which also begins to ground you into this new state of being. But okay, let's see. Let's look at some inner work and outer work. Okay, inner work, we have the Four of Hearts in reverse. So this would be the Four of Cups in reverse. And for the outer work, oh, okay, we have the, this would be the Four of Swords, also in reverse. Okay, we'll start with the inner work. Actually, let's start with this 4-4. The fact that 4-4 is coming out, this is like definitely this sense of speaker of truth, liberator, prophet kind of energy. It just is. Right, so this is actually, this is great alignment in terms of if you've been wanting to shift your reality, if you've been wanting to I'm hearing I'm attempting to move to a different dimension, you know. This is definitely the time and the energy where your spirits are supporting this. They're supporting you doing that. For this inner work, the word is direction. The word is direction. So there is a need for you to really sit in contemplation with yourself, to really be very clear in the direction that you're wanting to go, okay? Even if it may change in the future. I just felt through me, it's like, but what if it's the wrong choice? And it's like, it's okay. You can make another choice, you know? But there's a very clear need to at least know where you're going. It's like you're at a crossroad right now. And if you're wondering like, okay, but which way should I go? I would say listen to what makes your soul be put at ease. You know, it makes your soul relax. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that will be the easy choice. You know, there will be sacrifices that will need to be made in choosing which direction, because by choosing a direction, you're also not choosing another direction, obviously, you know. But just this act alone, this proactive, going forward, very curious. Once again, you've created this environment where, you know, the lesson is to be curious. The lesson is to say, F it, you know, like, I wonder what's, you know, I wonder what happens when I dedicate myself 10 minutes a day of doing this activity, you know, or I wonder, you know, F it, I wonder what happens if I just start putting away, instead of, you know, my vice is going out to eat, perhaps it's, you know, putting that money away and just cooking meals at home. Like, I don't know, it's just, there's just some kind of clear direction, and your environment is supporting that, and your spiritual environment is, it's the Empress. It's definitely supporting you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so there's a focus. There's a focus that's happening here with this inner work. And for this outer work, with this Four of Swords in reverse, the word is contemplation. Yeah, contemplation. So with this energy that's coming into your life, right, that is very much charge ahead, go for it, this despair, this reality is not going to define who I am. You know, I am what I am. Like, I am, period, right? There is a need for this outer work as you're charging ahead, right? And you're embracing your environment. you're embracing this inner work, there is still a need for you to also remember your lessons, right? Being curious and being exploratory right now is beautiful, but up until this point, you definitely know what works and what doesn't. So don't do what doesn't work. For example, if, okay, I heard sober. It's like, oh, I haven't drunk alcohol and now I feel more alert and stuff, like, and it works for you. For whatever reason, it's working for you. You know, continue that, you know? So make sure you're contemplating your path as you are going forward, right? You have learned what you needed to learn up until now, okay? So you have the tools to continue to rise, to continue to go forward in the direction that you're wanting. As I said, you are no longer, if you felt, like I said, if you felt at the whim of the winds and the wind was just blowing you here and there, and you felt like you had no control and that your spirits didn't know what the heck they were doing or something, now they're having you, you know, realize and see, as you're like, I'm seeing a person that's like flying, and now they're getting closer and they're actually seeing like the landscape, and they're like, oh wow, I've never been here before. And now there's like this curiosity to just explore, like, oh, I wonder what's over here. And so, like I said, like this urgency of, you've been through it and now there's something on the other side, but there's still this energy of this choice, this devil energy of, you can continue rising, or or you can fall into these vices that ultimately they never served you. So I hope this gave some clear instructions of what's coming, what's leaving, what your environment is looking like, what your spiritual environment is looking like, and just some inner work and outer work to just help you along this point of your journey, you know, towards peace, love, joy, and abundance. Love this. Wow. Something is being birthed. Something is being birthed and you're ready for it. You're ready for it. You don't have to be held down by any vices anymore. You don't have to escape anymore or find ways to escape. There's something beautiful in seeing the reality of what it is. So that way you can sort of discover your own cheat codes. You know, we have 4-4 coming here. You know, we have 4-4 here. As I said, which is a beautiful master number of liberation. So this is lovely. This is very, very lovely. It's not easy, and there'll be a lot of hard decisions, absolutely, and maybe even a little scary, but keep that exploratory, childlike fire within you. And your spirits are definitely, they know what they're doing. If you've doubted, they know what they're doing. You just have to trust. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. So anyway, beautifuls, thank you for being here with me, and I will see you in the next one. Truth and love.